Hey, Gronkalonkers, welcome to a let's play, of this game. I know I usually don't do let's plays. I make other videos, but today we're doing a let's play of a game called Space Bazinga. You can find it on itch.io, or you can try to. We're gonna be playing this for a little bit. You could see it as like an experiment, a new type of video. Depending on how well this one does, I'll make a Space Bazinga 2 video. That's not the sequel of the game. Like, I won't be playing Space Bazinga 2. That doesn't exist yet. I'll make a second Space Bazinga video if this one does well. This game was brought to my attention by someone, and I'm gonna be playing. I don't know what it's about, right? I don't know the story, if there is a story even. Maybe we'll see. I'm going to this blind. It's a blind. I put it in the title: blind reaction to Space Bazinga. It's gonna be great. Let's just get into it. No time to waste. Well, actually, there is all the time to waste. I'm not busy. This video could be like 6 hours long. It doesn't matter. Okay, before we actually press start, let's, this main menu, it's pretty cool. I like the vignette around it, around the logo and the stars. I think it's cool. It's really low. It kind of feels lonely. Like space, loneliness. It's so lonely because it's space. I hope this is recording well. And yes, it's lonely space. Lonely. Space Bazinga logo's cool. It's like an explosion, I think, or maybe it's like a sunflower or a star, because we are in space. It could be like a star and it's Space Bazinga. And what does the title mean? I don't know. About space, obviously space, and then Bazinga. Maybe that's the reaction I'll have to playing this game. There's only one way to find out though, which is to press start. There's no settings. I couldn't no full screen or volume or anything. But it's very simple. That's fine. Leave in the comments if you think I should press start or something. Oh, I think I saw one comment. I saw. Alright, oh, we just missed one. So, I did play it a little bit. You can see my high scores, that. And that, I just played it a little bit off camera just in case, to see if it recorded well, and yeah, it does, I didn't really pick up on the mechanics very well, but I think it's pretty simple. You just basically click on these moving bugs. It's you'd think it'd get old, but it really doesn't. Part of it has to go to this. Part of that has to do with the music in the background. Amazing work. If it weren't for this music, I feel like the maximum playtime would be less than double what it is without this music in the background. I hope you can hear it. You should be able to. You got that those noises in the background. I don't know music terms, but it's yeah, that. It's so silly. It really makes you feel like you're a Space Bazinga. It's great. It's great. Unfortunately, this is one of the 2 tracks in the game. The one we heard in the main menu was the other one. So and it's like a minute loop. So, you know. But that's fine, because it's a good track. You can't really tell when it starts looping, because it sounds pretty... It's samey throughout the entire piece. Talking about the gameplay a little more, we're shooting bugs, you know, kill that guy, you know, oh, bye, nope, you know, oh, that guy, yeah, that seems to be the harder parts, you know, then they spawn in the corners, you don't want that. Luckily it's one at a time, don't have to worry about it too much, but, you know, they come in different speeds. Oh, I'm on a streak, that's great, it's my first streak. Yeah, this is pretty much the entire gameplay, but it's good, you know. So, sometimes simple is good. You know, people in the 70s, the 80s, they would love this. You know, you gotta be grateful. Today, it's all like, whoa, where's my customization of what? Oh, where's that guy? See? Oh, where's my customization? I want my gun to be purple or whatever. I want my enemies to have hats on. You know, people take that for granted today. Back then they couldn't have this. So this game, it's like, it humbles you, you know? It says, no, you can't do what you want. The game developer has created this game and you cannot change it in any way. This might drive some people away from it, but I think it's a great thing that the game developer can just do what he wants and his vision can't be changed. Unless people mod this, though. I guess, yeah, they could mod it. They could give like I'm missing these guys. You see, you know, when I was first doing it, I wasn't worrying about commentary. You know, we're just shooting these bugs, I'm just wondering where they're coming from. Did I finish what I was saying before? I think I did. But yeah, these bugs, they're just coming in from everywhere, it seems. I imagine they're gonna do bad things. Probably. I don't know where they're going. It's really just one edge to the screen to the other, but like... You know, maybe they're just going to work, and I'm just a psycho shooting them. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go to the office today. Zap! No, you ain't. You're dead. Oh, so you can see I think I killed 90. Just 2 got away, and the score went down by 2. Oh, let me miss that one. Oh, these guys are spawning in the corners, you know. This game, it's constant adrenaline, you know. It just doesn't stop. They just keep coming. I guess it's like real bugs, you know. If you go to an anthill, they won't stop coming out. Yeah, all these bugs, I'm just wondering how they're going through space right now. Oh, second streak. You know, how they, the sprite, its animation is a little simple, you know, 2 frames. But, yeah, it looks like their legs are moving. It's like stylized, obviously, that they're walking, but like, and there's this space. What are they walking off of? What force is pushing them? Maybe it's like, maybe the background is something to, if we examine the background, so, something bright here, obviously. It could be a planet, but, I don't know if this, like, ring around it is a trick of the camera, or, no, it can't be. It's probably a ring. Yeah, you got a bunch of stars back here, but not down here. That's weird. Maybe it has something to do with the brightness of these stars up here. But I wouldn't know. I don't know. this, maybe the creator just created this image, or they got it from somewhere and pixelated it. You know, the pixelated style, it really, if they were to just add a little more content to the game, obviously it's a little, I don't want to get into the criticism already, but like, it's a little simple. Maybe you could have like 2 types of bugs, you know? Nope. These guys, they don't really get harder as the game progresses. They just keep on coming. Maybe it's a metaphor for something. Looking at the HUD, we're kind of like a Doom guy, aren't we? You know, we got like a visor with like these metal parts that we can't see through. This is glass is all we have. Maybe we are Doom guy, falling through a ringed planet, and maybe these bugs aren't actually moving willingly. Maybe they're just floating through space like me, and I'm just killing them. That'd be great. So far I've got no complaints. Leave in the comments if you have a complaint about the game. I mean, you're not playing it, obviously, so I don't know how to leave a complaint. Like, you gotta play it for yourself before you start complaining about it. Anyway, going back to the Doom guy thing. Obviously we're not Doom guy, but I'm just saying it looks like that. You know, with the HUD and all. We're probably just like some space bug marine, a hell diver. Yeah, that game kinda came out of nowhere, huh? Helldivers 2. I didn't hear anything about it. Supposedly it's similar, you know, with shooting bugs, and they shoot bugs. So maybe I'm a Helldiver 2, and I'm floating through space, and these are bugs, fascist bugs, and I'm shooting them. All in the name of democracy! Managed democracy. You know, I wonder what weapon I have, because when I shoot, you know, it's like pew 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 pew. There'll be some kind of like laser gun, space gun, laser gun, space weapon. Probably using some energy source for ammo, not like bullets. I would run out of bullets. I would have shot like 175 bullets by now. I'd be dead. These bugs, well, actually no, they don't seem to be that dangerous. But you know, we obviously have some kind of laser gun with presumably enough ammo to last us until we die. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we have like a battery on our back, and it's every time we shoot, it's like 1% battery. But I have a lot of batteries. It's a bit like Buzz Lightyear, isn't it? To infinity and beyond. Are we beyond right now? I don't know. I'm kind of focusing on the game more now. It's just really gets to you, you know. You think like, oh, they would be entertained by this. You just click on bugs and they go through the screen. But like, you just haven't tried it, have you? Until you try it, then you can knock it. But you won't, because you'll like this game. You know, what is there to hate? You know, really. And I'm not talking about improvements. You know, I'm not talking about people who are like, oh, you need to add this to the game. There's not enough content. No, I'm talking about as the game currently stands. What can you criticize about it? You know, nothing. What's wrong? I've not encountered a single bug. Well, I've encountered like 210 now, but like, I'm talking about those bugs. No bugs. you know, maybe, there is one visual glitch. I'll see if I can make it happen, but like, it's when you shoot a bug, and the next one spawns, and that one's exploding, you know? It's like the sprites are a little funky. But that's fine. You know, that can be patched in like 10 minutes. It's fine. You know? I'm sure the creator's really gonna try to make this as best as he... Oh, I missed that guy. See, I was like scratching. Yeah, I missed him. This guy I won't miss. You know, he's slow. But I'll give him like, oh, I'm gonna make it. No, you won't. Oh. Okay, I thought he could sneak past while I was distracted. Yeah, I'm getting in the game now. You know, I'm really in the game. Yeah, what else do I want to talk about? Oh, I missed that one. Oh, my third streak. Well, we talked about like the space, you know, floating. Oh yeah. Well, maybe these bugs are like, you'd think they're far away. They're obviously like huge bugs, but are they really? You know, they're huge bugs that are far away. That's why they're small. But what if they're not? What if this visor and what if these bugs are just crawling on my visor? You know? And I'm just shooting them with a laser. But like, they're on my visor and I'm shooting them with a laser. Does that mean I have the gun pointed at my head? I would shoot my own helmet. That doesn't sound smart. Especially not in space. The atmosphere of this suit just, you know, brain goes out with it too. But, yeah, what if they're just crawling on my visor? Or maybe I have laser eyes, you know? And that's what my cursor is. I'm just looking where my cursor is, and I'm, you know, oh, the bug on my visor, boom! You know? But that would mean I'm shooting through my visor, and I don't think I'm doing that. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm just heating the part the bug is walking on, and that's them bursting into flame. Oh yeah, I guess that's one thing. How are these bugs surviving in a vacuum? Do bugs survive in a vacuum? Leave it in the comments. Bug, I mean, I guess it depends on what bug, maybe. And no, those like tardigrades don't count as a bug. That's not a bug. Can you really even call that animal? It's so small. At what point does like something become a living creature? You know? Is a cell a living creature? Oh, no, like what makes... Leave it in the comments if you want. It's like an animal. Maybe an animal is something that's made up of cells. But aren't there animals smaller than a cell? Or maybe cells don't have a size limit. So leave it in the comments. I'm up to 270 something now. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good at this rate. We'll surpass my top score soon. Just gotta keep shooting these bugs, you know, with my battery pack and my laser space gun. Pew, pew. I'm just wondering if there is a deeper message to this game. You know? Because these are bugs, right? And I'm shooting them. And I'm just invincible. They can't do anything to me. They're not really doing anything to me. I lose points because I let them get away. It's like sadistic, yo. You know, I'm letting them get away, and that's making me lose a point. Or maybe them getting away means like, they bite me or something. But I don't know. Why don't they just bite me here? It's that, or like after they even come on, before they come on the screen. You know, why don't they bite me there? So I'm losing points by letting them get away. See, did you see that bug? The bug explode. Never mind. But like, I'm letting them get away. That's making me lose points. Maybe I'm like the US military or something. Or maybe I'm like a border guard, and these are like gypsies. Oh, 305. Or maybe, you know what, maybe this game just doesn't have a deeper message. You know? Not every story needs to have an underlying message. Sometimes a story is just a story. Now that sounds familiar. Maybe that came from Stanley Parable. I don't know though. You know, this game is kind of reminding me of a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. You know? Kinda, because it's space, obviously, you know. And that book, it's a funny book. It's pretty fun. British comedy, you know. British comedy is pretty funny. It's I guess it's not everyone's cup of tea. Yeah, British comedy. But I think it's funny. How many books are there in the series? Like 4 or something. I read the first 2. Maybe I'll get to the other 2 when I get them. Other space thing. I've recently kind of been interested in The War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells. Oh, that's a very old book. You know? 1890 something. I'm thinking 94. 1894 it was written. You know? Oh, that one got away. But that's not what most people think of when they see a War of the Worlds. Most people think of the 2005 film with like Tom Cruise. That's a good film. I like that one. No, some people have criticism of it, but I'm open to a lot of things. So you know, I like that one. But yeah, I'm talking about like the book, the original story with like 19th century England and the cylinders dropping. Those little tripod guys coming out with a heat rays. The book is a little outdated, of course. You know, it's got concepts like plants on Mars, which, you know, it's the 19th century. They didn't know what they were talking about fully. Still, maybe you could just see it as in that book's universe, Mars has plants and life. You know, and in our one we got dusty rock. No, I wouldn't call Mars just a dusty rock, though. It's an interesting planet, and I knew. Anyway, you know, in the old book, I would say the old book has a few things better than, like, newer iterations of the story most people come up with. You know, I really like the musical, which followed the old book. Jeff Wayne, you know, 1978, I believe. Yeah, that one's good. Great songs in that one. And it's like an hour, 40 minutes, so you know, it's pretty long. It's good. Anyway, back to Space Bazinga, you know. Don't want to stray too far. In case the creator's watching and he's like, oh, shut up, stop talking about my game, you know. Stop talking about these stupid other people's books and games and stuff. Speaking of other people's games, this game, Space Bazinga, it kind of reminds me of Asteroid. Old arcade game, you know, pretty old, very old. It kind of had like cursor, pretty much, that you'd move around. And it span around, you shot asteroids, and they split off into 2 pieces. You know, that sounds cool. I'd play that. And it looks pretty modern for the time. You know, it's an arcade machine, so you'd expect the movement to all be like, you know, like my cursor's going, you know, straight, or like that. But no, it's very free. But even then, it's not like janky free, like, I'm moving. No, it's like you slide on ice in that game. You don't lose momentum. Maybe it's because it's space, That makes sense. I'm wondering how they managed to make that. What the hell is an arcade machine anyway? Do they seriously just do they have to store one game in a big machine like that? And why did they fall out of fashion? Do people just not want to play games on a big machine at like a burger place anymore? I don't know. Arcade machines. This game would show up on an arcade machine. Space Bazinga, I think. Although, Space Bazinga is like 2 megabytes, I'm pretty sure. And that sounds like nothing now. And it is nothing now. But back in like the arcade machine days, 2 megabytes was... And that was quite a lot. 1969, right? In the Saturn V's guidance, that only had like 16 kilobytes of RAM, and that rocket was used to, that was used in the Apollo missions to the moon, right? 16 kilobytes. I guess it didn't really have to do much, I would say a game is probably more complicated than what I had to do, but still, 2 megabytes. They would love to have 2 megabytes back then in, like, a file. Tiny. Although, if you took, like, these new things back to the past, would they be able to reverse engineer them? Maybe they would be like, maybe they would be confused a little, and they would ask you like, hey, how do you make these tiny little things? Oh yeah, because like, it all relies on like these tiny circuits getting smaller and smaller, right? They probably didn't have the capabilities to go that small back then. So back in the day, they'd be like, oh, how do you make these? And I was like, I don't know. Most people would be useless. They always say like, oh, if I would go back to the medieval age and I would tell them that in the future we have cars and lights, and then they go to the medieval age, say they were sent back, fine, do it then, go. And then they go up to the people like a prophet saying, oh, I'm from the future, I'll tell you everything, and everyone's like, oh, what's the future like? We have these technologies, we have computers that they do the thinking for us. It's like, wow, all these peasants, people are like, wow, what's going on? That's crazy. How do we make these things? How do we make this electricity you talk about? And the person's just like, I don't know. Is it really, like, how much do you really know what's going on around you? Like, think of a toilet. Do you know how a toilet works when you flush it? What's it really doing? I couldn't explain it. It probably won't take me very long to search it up, but even then, I get a basic explanation. I would go back to the past, and they'd be like, oh, how do we make this thing flush? And it's like, oh, well, water goes down this pipe, and this tube, this basin, and so, oh, that's well and dandy, but could you show us? No. So, most of us would be pretty useless if we went back to the past and they tried to give all these technologies to these people. And then they would die because you brought over diseases that they can't withstand at all. That's kind of like War of the Worlds. I mean, spoilers if you haven't read the book or seen the movie, but at the end of the movie, or the story, the Martians, after the whole time they've been invincible, nothing really stopped them. Oh, well, that's true. The old book, and even in the movie, they destroy a couple, but destroying 1 or 2 soldiers and 500 more come, that who cares, you know, whatever. Not soldiers, but tripods, you know, they come down, and they're just destroying everything. It's like, oh, what do we do? I don't know. We shoot them with our cannons, and they barely stumble. And this is our strongest thing. We're dead. Well, at the end of the story, they're all these tripods just standing still, and it's like, oh, what are they doing? How did they die? The bacteria, you know, these Martians back on Mars, because these Martians are smart. They rely on their machines to do stuff for them. They're just all brain, you know, and they got rid of diseases and all these bad germs and whatnot back on Mars. So they just forgot that these things even existed, you know. I guess they don't teach that in Martian school, you know. Oh, we used to have germs. They don't teach that. So they made their plans, went to Earth, and then they realized, oh, these guys have bacteria. I guess we're dead now, because we're just all brain and no protection, and we've been drinking their water and whatnot. I'll talk about the old story, but oh, I missed that guy. Yeah, maybe these are Martians. Maybe I'm shooting Martians. Yeah, what was I getting to? So yeah, at the end of the story, they all die because of bacteria and viruses. Kind of like how if you were to go back to the medieval age, you bring over some diseases that probably not be kind to the people there, considering they're not vaccinated or anything. And you know, that's what the story was about. Oh, see, I was scratching again. You know, War of the Worlds. H.G. Wells wrote that when he went to, I believe it was Tasmania, and saw what British colonization was doing over there. You know, these people who were just living with the land in harmony, you know, they didn't even make bows and arrows, I don't think. They didn't need those. They just had spears and that was enough, you know, why go any further? And then these British people come, they have these weird sticks that explode, and they point it at someone and it explodes and that person's just dead now. So what the hell do we do against that? We have a spear. Well, these Tasmanians, it seems as though on this island there were diseases that were quite dangerous, but the people living there have lived there for so long that they weren't dangerous to them. So when these British colonization began, they came up to them, stop, you know, give us your gold, give us your food, rah. And it's like, oh, please don't kill us, please, bang, 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 ha ha ha, let's drink their water and drink their food, ha ha. They all started keeling over and dying, because they couldn't handle the diseases in Tasmania. So, you know, it's kind of like a true story, a little bit. Diseases, Britain. What was I gonna say? I swear I was going somewhere with this. Oh, a streak, my third one. Leave it in the comments if you knew what I was gonna say. Yeah, it's an interesting book. You should read it. It's great. Break. I'm just wondering, why does the bottom of this game have no stars, but the top does? You know? It's a lot of, it's usually a thing people are confused about when they see photos of, like, you know, from the ISS, or the moon's surface, or whatever. Oh, where's the stars in the photo? It's so fake. Why don't they show up? It's the same reason why, if you were to go outside in the daytime and take a photo in the sky, you couldn't see any stars. And that's because there's this huge bright thing next to you called the sun. And it's way brighter than any of these stars that are light years away. So, you know, you can't see that. Of course, when the sun goes down, it's not the brightest thing in the sky anymore. That would be the moon. And the moon's not really that bright, so you can see the stars in the night sky. However, say you were on the moon, right? obviously now it's going to be way more bright, and the sun is going to be on you. Yeah, if you're taking a photo on the moon, you're taking it in the daytime while you're on the moon. So it's going to be super bright. It's like you're standing on a mirror, pretty much. So the sunlight's reflected back into the camera. So, you know, they have to adjust it for the brightness. If they made the brightness so that you could see this faint stars, the moon's surface would just be like a white. It would be seeping into the camera. As for like orbit or whatnot from the ISS, it's the same principle but with the Earth. You know, while the moon is, you know, white rock, you know, it reflects all this light, it's a white rock, you know, it's like a mirror. I can get behind that, but what about the Earth? It's not a mirror. It's so really bright. Of course, it's a lot easier to adjust for the stars in the distance if you're in orbit of the Earth rather than the surface of the moon. Because the Earth's definitely not as bright as the moon. Especially on the night side. On the night side, it's pretty much pitch black. Unless the moon is giving some light onto it. That's why some nights are darker than others, you know, because the moon orbits the Earth every 28 days. So it's not always in the night sky, but when it is in the night sky, the night's brighter than when it's not. Space Bazinga, you know, so far really loving the game. Great work. My 4th streak. We're getting very close to my top score. I'm gonna beat it very soon. I really hope this has been recording well, because if it hasn't, I'm gonna be very mad. You know? Oh man, Space Bazinga. This game, definitely in the top 10 of 2024 so far. Good thing if you stuck around this long, you know, if you're what, like 37 minutes into the video by now. So if you stuck around this long, you probably had it in the background or something. You know, good work, I guess. You know, gameplay is obviously not the most entertaining thing to be watching. You know, it's just kind of like pointing and shooting. It's fun, but you know, I'm kind of doing it mindlessly now, actually, now that I think about it. I've just been talking and not really thinking, just shooting at anything that moves. So now I'm furthering the metaphor that I'm the US Army. With my battery pack and my laser space gun. Oh, my laser eyes. Streak. You think that comes up in real life? Say you like shot 5 people. You know, they say streak, great work, 5 more and you get another one. I wonder who'd do that, you know? Who decided that? Was it like some guy who's just like, oh yeah, let me code a universe with this thing called Earth, and if they kill people they get a streak. But it's like anti-memetic, so they forget the streak ever popped up in their eye. But then again, why would you even have that? You know, if you forget something as soon as it pops up, what's the point in adding it? Oh, that's just like extra code for the universe simulator. Man, what am I talking about? I'm going kind of crazy, you know. Oh man, every time I hear the word crazy, I just think of like, crazy, I was crazy once, blah 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 blah. I hate that. I hate when people do that. It's, how did they think it was funny? Or maybe I'm just like a hipster. If it wasn't as popular, then it would be funny. You know, I really like the pixel art of the background and the bugs and the HUD. You know, the HUD is a little like, I'm not sure why they went for the grading. Maybe it represents like the edges of your eyes being blurry. So or maybe it's like, you know, your brain doesn't focus on these things if you're wearing a helmet or whatnot. Yeah, but the pixel art of the game is good. this game hasn't gotten boring yet either. Or the music, I should say. I believe it was made by the creator too. It's not like a royalty-free thing or anything. I know a lot of game creators tend to do that. Yeah, and that's fine. You know, save some time. Just find a royalty-free track that someone made. And if it fits, it fits. You know, what are you gonna do about it? You don't have to make your own OST if you don't want to. Although, I guess, if you were to use royalty-free music, is it really an OST? Because an OST is an original game soundtrack. So if you use other people's music, is it really an original soundtrack? You know? Maybe if the people made it for the game, but it's not really royalty free, is it? They made it for your game, and then they made it royalty free. Ooh, nearly missed that guy, but I got him. And this guy with the space laser gun. I wonder what his end goal is, you know? Because he's not gonna survive, like, off of just killing bugs. Or maybe we're not even a human. What if we're a robot? Although, why would a robot need, like, a visor, you know? Why would they make a robot and then say, actually, you know what, this robot needs a helmet? Why not just, like, make the robot the helmet? You know what I mean? Or maybe it makes it easier, you know? It's like if they put the battery on the outside of the iPhone, and you could just take it out, well, put it back in and buy a new one or whatever. That'd be pretty cool. Very, very, very cool. Boy, this video is gonna take a while to render, you know. I gotta get a better computer and editing software for longer videos and whatnot. Oh, we're very close. You know, if I didn't let so many bugs get away, we'd probably be like really close. But for now, only 60 more to go until we get to my top score. A little more than that to get over my top score. I'll try to get 800 points, and then the game will end. You know, maybe next video I'll try to get to, well, that's if this one does well, but in the next video I'll get to 1600. You know, we'll do it in waves of 800 points. I uploaded this OST to my channel. You know, Space Bazinga OST 01, main menu 02, Battling Bugs. Oops. I made those titles up because the actual titles were like Music 01 and Music 02, and I'm sure the creator wouldn't mind if I just gave them titles so that they're more easily memorable. You know, Battling Bugs, I was proud of that one, because it, you know, you're battling bugs in the game, I'm battling the bugs, you know, wow, fight. But, like, battling bugs also sounds like Gatling guns, which, I know I'm using a space laser, space gun, and not a Gatling gun, but still, maybe in the next update, you know, they'll add a Gatling gun, or maybe a space laser, space Gatling gun, that'd be great. But, you know, that's not a criticism of the game. So far it's been perfect, except for that, like, one bug. But, you know, improvements on the game, that's another thing. You know, it's like suggestions, like, hey, maybe you could add this, you know. A Gatling gun, space laser, space gun. Power up. That'd be great. That'd hit the spot. Oh yeah, the OST that I uploaded. You uploading an OST is kind of what got me so many views. Iron Lung. I played the game and I was like, hey, this OST is really good. I'll buy it on Steam to support David Szymanski. And then I was like, hey, no one's uploaded this to YouTube yet. I guess it'll be my job to do that. And so I did it. I didn't really think anything of it. I thought like, oh yeah, some people are going to be interested in Iron Lung. Boom! It exploded into popularity. I'm not sure where that came from. It's just like, oh, Iron Lung. And I was like, well, okay then. I guess these videos are uploaded. I barely got like 1,000 views on one of my videos, and that was like an ultra kill one. But now I'm getting like 100,000, over 100,000 views on a video. Granted, it's not really my work, It's someone else's music. I just uploaded it. But I bought it fair and square from Steam. So, and I bought most of Szymanski's games. Dusk, Get Dusk by Dusk, Oscar. Oh, that was my 4th streak, I think. Not getting there. Only 8 more bugs till we leave. 5. And we're in the end game now. Well, it's been an honor, battling these bugs. 3, 2. Oh, they're coming so fast. It's like life. Years go by. 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's going so fast. One left is like Uno, and it's going so fast. There it is. Gotta pause the game. You can see expert posing system. But yeah, that's it. 800 bucks. I passed my top score. I made 800 the goal. So I think that about covers it for this video. I talked about a lot of things. In the next one, I'll talk about more. If there is a next one. If this gets 3, 4 likes. If this one gets 5 likes. And at least 10 views. I'll do a new one. I'll get to 1,600. I want to see if I can kind of break the score. What if I get like 10,000? Okay, I'm talking, If I get 10,000, will it go behind the colon or whatever? But I'll stop talking now. The video's over. I don't think there's any way to get back to the main menu. If there was, I would do that. There isn't. I don't really have an outro. What do I say? Bye? It's the end of the video. You can click off now, actually. I'll give you time to click off.